I've not been able to surf. Waves are really small. Yep, that's it. I'm healed. Everything's amazing. Life is perfect. Thank God for coffee. There. Can you see this? Look at how cute that is. Tumultuous, shaking, untethering, breaking apart. New sense of energy, mental clarity. Isn't this cute? This is a bun. Have been for the last almost 2 hours since I got back from the yoga class at Alchemy. I have had so many things going on. I've had 2 things being delivered to the place, which I had to organize the Gojeks, and they're in the wrong spot. There was a whole situation there. Then I just sat down to set up my camera and finally sit down and film, and then my battery ran out. Then also I sat down and my cat Bikini, who I love her so much. However, she must have a bottomless stomach because she eats very small amounts multiple times a day. I'm saying like maybe 8 times a day. I just have my plan for today of the different things that I want to get done because I'm not surfing. There's just always so many things going on. So I'm trying to get it all done. Okay, so if I'm being super realistic, a big part of my days, of my life at current, is I, as you have seen in the previous videos, that I have cats. I have actually 5 cats that live inside. I have Bikini, who's the mama cat, who gave birth last year. And in the end, I have still the 4 kittens that she gave birth to. That's another story, what happened, why I still have 4. However, I'm super grateful and I love all my kittens. The kittens now are 6 months old already. What I can definitely say is it's a lot having 5 cats inside. They also love to eat multiple times per day. For the first time, I actually was able to order in bulk. I have 48 cans of their wet food. I actually mix this with their dry food because before at the pet stores, I was like, do you have the cans? And they're like, oh, we have 5 or 6. My cats, the 5 of them that live inside, they go through one of these cans at least once every 2 days. It's unbelievable the amount of food that I'm feeding them. Part of my day is feeding my cats, cleaning up after my cats multiple times a day. Oh my goodness, I am actually sitting down and I found that I ordered a cappuccino yesterday and I didn't finish it. So I found this in the fridge, that I put it in the fridge. Put some ice cubes, and now I have an iced coffee, and now we are ready to sit down. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Thank God for coffee. Oh, cappuccino Thank you so much. Thank you, Frencha. I got that at Frencha yesterday. Oh, I have some things to show you. So before, as you know, I did yoga at Alchemy. It's only the second time that I took a class from the new studio that they have there. It's absolutely beautiful. The structure is gorgeous. The way that the Indonesians have created the architecture, the design is just absolutely gorgeous. So I took a beautiful yoga class and then I had breakfast afterwards. As I was leaving, they have a beautiful store there. I actually picked up some essential oils. My favorite brand for essential oils is doTERRA. Look, I know that there are many different essential oil brands. However, I have been a fan of doTERRA for many, many years. And actually now, for the first time in many, many years, I have been running low on the bottles that I have. I actually picked up lemongrass, citronella. Not sure if I've updated you here because I haven't been consistent. However, I'll update that afterwards. But I got ill with dengue fever before. Fortunately, now there is no dengue fever in my system. However, every night I now have 2 essential oil diffusers in my bedroom and I diffuse lemongrass and I just found citronella. It also says that the ability to repel insects and mosquitoes. So I've got lemongrass and citronella for the nighttime. I also picked up a sweet orange. I like for the daytime like citrus. I usually like to combine peppermint with grapefruit and lemon and orange. I picked up an orange, so that's great. I have in the past week, I have also picked up a whole bunch of new journals. I just picked up 2 more journals. This one says love. This one says let your dreams be your guide. I actually need to buy some more pens today because it's amazing. I have almost finished a pen of writing this week. I have been journaling a lot. I will update you now. So let's dive in, shall we? I really wanted to sit down because it's been a really interesting past couple of months for me since I got back to Bali. Today is actually the 28th of April, and it's been such an interesting year for me. And fortunately, the place and space that I'm in now and what I'm moving forward from is actually at a very new, empowered place. Definitely have been going through it, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been uploading is that my health has been extremely compromised. And fortunately, like I said, I'm definitely on the way. I'm actually feeling like a new sense of energy and mental clarity and aliveness within me because February 25th, I injured my shoulder, which is a physical structural thing in my body. It was my last session surfing in Hawaii. I was taking care of that and recovering from that. I have physio exercises for that. And then once I first got back to Bali, I then shortly after I got sick with dengue fever, which took me out for about 10 days. And then I was still in recovery mode, and probably like a week and a half after I thought I had recovered, I got sick again and I had picked up some viral infection. In the end, I actually had to take antibiotics. I don't usually take prescription medication, but I do believe that there is a time and place for modern medicine and doctors and equipment. And for the state, the condition that I was in, I was prescribed these antibiotics and I've taken them. I've almost finished them and I'm definitely feeling very different than I was a week ago. Because a week ago, last week, Saturday, I had to, for the second time in a month, take myself off to emergency at the Nusa Dua BIMC hospital. That's the most that I have gone to a doctor, to the hospital in years. I don't say this lightly because it has been in these last couple of months with my physical health, with my injury, with also my mental health, it has not been in flow. Fortunately, I would like to claim that everything is now on the way. I'm definitely experiencing a new conscious way of being. I attribute this to that we have our highs and lows, right? We have these ebbs and flows, and sometimes they're more amplified in some times than others. I believe that we, in our human existence, we ride these highs and lows through the different phases in our life. And sometimes we have these up phases, and sometimes we have these phases that are of contrast. And I definitely believe to be true what was for me, that these past couple of months was a major contrast time for me. And I'm able to now, in the place where I'm at now, recognize that and see and am aware that that needed to happen for me to now be where I am now. In this past week, I've been, or even more than past week, I mean, really, it's been in the last couple of months, because I've had to really slow myself down and take a lot of rest and not go out and not surf and not be in my regular workflow. I really had to, and I was pretty much forced to slow my days down. I have been listening to a lot of things on YouTube. I've been reading and I've been listening to podcasts, because I've been really diving deep, really into the inner work, really being focused on studying and learning how the mind works. And I've been focused on my own inner journey, my own self-development, my own personal inner empowerment development journey. I believe that we as humans in our human form are going to be doing the inner work. I don't think we will ever reach a place where we're like, yep, that's it, I'm healed, everything's amazing, life is perfect. Because then life would be a little bit dull. I think the beauty of life is really learning how to cultivate your awareness and really learning how to identify and define and clarify what is of value to you and what kind of life that you want, and learning and embracing these times of challenge and adversity and contrast. And it's uncomfortable. I have definitely been to some very low points in my mind because of my physical health in the last couple of months. There were days that by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I had to just come home and get into bed and rest. I've also not been, if you've noticed, I haven't been on Instagram a lot. I was on for podcasts and YouTube because I was watching things, but I definitely have not been scrolling and consuming a lot of content on Instagram, obviously Facebook. I didn't have the capacity. I also haven't been like online, like texting and keeping up with everybody. I'm playing the catch-up game with getting back to people through my text messages and my DMs and emails and all the things. But my capacity to operate at the level that I usually thought that I could operate from, I was not able to. I say it's really nice now, but it's actually been really beneficial for my health, for my overall well-being. My beingness is to slow down and is to refigure out and create some new ways that I'm showing up in my life and what I'm doing in my life and who I am. I've been really doing a lot of this inner work, and I feel good. There's a new energy. I feel like I'm moving in a different realm right now. It's not so much that you can maybe from the external world or anybody else could see. I have definitely felt a shift in my energy, in my vibration, in my frequency. And I feel like that actually I've had like a major shift, like a tumultuous, like shaking and untethering and breaking apart of my beingness and my energy to where I didn't have any. And I've had to now decide who I am now moving forward. I've not been able to surf. That's also something only a surfer would know. I was speaking to a friend of mine. He's actually a spiritual teacher. He teaches yoga classes and meditation and movement modalities and healing modalities, spiritual modality classes and workshops. And I saw him in the water the other day, and he had said he splits his time up between living in Ubud and living down here in the Bukit because he's a surfer. And he said there was 2 weeks that he was just up in Ubud, and he was like, what am I doing here in Bali? But as soon as the waves changed, he was back having a few sessions at Ulu and was like, everything is good again. I think that a surfer only knows that. What I've really learned, it's so key to adopt and to hold the space and vibration of a surfer's mindset. I've spoken about this before, that the surfer's mindset is that knowing that there's always going to be waves coming. Sometimes the waves are coming fast, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're clean. There's all different conditions of waves. We know, we are in the knowing that the waves are coming. Same like in life. We're going to have different experiences. It's so important to recognize and be aware and embrace the different moments. So that maybe if it's an up moment, that we are in joy and bliss and happiness and we're in that adrenaline state and it's fun. But we also know that once we've finished our wave, that the wave is going to end. We are grateful for that wave. We're in a space and time where we know that another wave is coming. It's interesting for a surfer, and I myself like to apply this for my own life, and maybe you can also apply this to your life. In adopting this surfer's mindset is embracing the highs and lows and the different contrast and different light and shade moments and experiences and situations and people and everything in our life, and to be grateful for the times that we have and to know that there's going to be more times. As a surfer, I have definitely seen, since I came back from Bali and since I had that amazing, epic, transformational time in Hawaii, that I came back to Bali and the waves were really small. The waves were still happening on the East Coast. I had this resistance to surfing on the East Coast because it's further away to drive. And I thought, well, if the waves are really small, I could spend my time doing something else instead of spending a lot more time driving around looking for a wave. So I had that I was dealing with. And then as well as like, oh, the waves are so small at Ulu and they're not really working. And still maintaining a peace of mind within myself and an alignment within myself and having the patience and the gratitude that the waves will start working soon in Uluwatu. That's been a practice. That has been a practice. And if you are a surfer watching this, we've all been very patient, waiting for the waves to start to work and be on, as we like to say, at Uluwatu. I'm actually super grateful. We did have some waves last week that were a little bit bigger, and it was really fun. There was one day that it was a little bit bigger. It was about maybe 5 to 7 feet. It was really fun. I got some really fun waves. Actually, that day was like a very strong current. The work that I've been doing and obviously recovering from my sickness, I was definitely in the flow. I was feeling in the flow. That's the practice, is maintaining, staying in that flow and staying in that awareness, staying in that aligned conscious state of being. There's always going to be different situations and people and different things in our life that could impact us and negatively affect us. And that's something that I've been working on, and something that maybe you can think about is that, are you able to stay in your own frequency and your own vibration of who you are as a person and what you stand for and what your values are and what you identify yourself to be? Are you able to stay in that alignment and that vibration in regards to whatever's happening in your external world? Because let me tell you, as my health was compromised in the last few weeks, I was not able to deal with the crazy chaos of Bali. Bali is very busy. There are lots of different people here. It's very busy in the lineups. It's very busy on the roads. It's very busy in the cafes. There's people driving crazy all over the place. There's just a lot of tourist and and hectic and different, I'm living in Indonesia, this is Southeast Asia, there's a lot of different energies moving. And I was definitely feeling impacted by that. I was feeling very sensitive to that. And I would say at the time, I was not coping very well with that. And I was letting that affect me in a very negative way. I was allowing that to affect my mental state. I was focused on last week, and in the last few weeks as well, just generally really withdrawing myself from the external world, from social media, and just focusing on what I need to do to keep myself in an aligned, healthy place of somebody that is healthy, of somebody that is in flow, of all the things that I desire for the future. I've been really doing the deep dive work into creating new beliefs about myself and changing the way that I think and being really aware of what am I thinking, what am I feeling, how am I acting, how am I responding? Because let me tell you, my reactions to things, I was not in the best place, in the most reasonable, reactive state. I was in a very reasonable responding state. I was in a very reactive state. It's just a shift that I've noticed. I feel it. I've also been doing a lot of practices for my mindset, obviously, and for manifestation. I've been doing a lot of different journaling and gratitude. I've been answering a lot of journal prompts and listening to a lot of different material and a lot of different information about the teachings and the concepts for manifestation and mastering your mindset, being aware of what you truly desire, living the life that you desire. And it's incredible that once I allowed my frequency to align, to come into alignment, be aware more of my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions and my behaviors, and I started asking myself some deeper, empowering questions, and I started to create a different way of thinking and create new beliefs. I've actually seen in my day this week, this past week, some beautiful signs from the universe that everything that I desire is on the way. I have faith. I know this to be true for me because I've seen signs in my day of things that are manifesting, of the things that I'm writing down and I'm visualizing and I'm starting to embody, and I'm starting to see some signs in my day. For example, I actually need to get a new helmet today. Somebody stole my motorbike helmet. And the other day, I woke up in the morning and I'd done my morning routine and some visualization on journaling and meditation and some yoga practice. And I was on my way to go surf. Oh, maybe it was after surfing. I'd done all my spiritual practices and some of the inner work in the morning, and I'd had a really fun surf session, and I was going to lunch, and I had said in the morning, I need to get a helmet. And my key ring, the key of my motorbike, I used to have a string that you attach your leash to your surfboard as the key ring. So I was like, I'm gonna lose this key. I was thinking I need to get that, but I was also thinking, I also need to get a helmet. What's really funny, maybe this is just a small thing for you, but this was actually like a sign for me. I walked into Drifter and I was like, do you sell key rings? And he shows me where the key rings are, and there's a key ring that has a little helmet. Let me show you. Okay, so here it is. Can you see this? There. Can you see this? Look at how cute that is. And it's got a key on the end. Is that a coincidence? I don't think it's just a coincidence. I manifested that. I was like, I need a helmet. And I walk in and they have a key ring with a helmet on it. And it was interesting because it's so powerful. The thoughts that you have and the things that you say when you're being aware of your energy, things align. I have a new faith that there are, and I've always known this, that the universe is always sending us signs. And I believe that we are being guided and protected, and the universe is always showing us signs. There are forces and energies and frequencies surrounding us all the time, and they're co-creating. The universe, the energies are co-creating and also responding to our vibrations to create the life that we have, that we see with our eyes. What we desire, our wild, crazy ideas, our manifestations, our true heart and soul goals and intentions and dreams, they can actually manifest and unfold into our reality reality, but it's a matter of first imagining that and defining that and being aware of that for yourself. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. Whatever you dream about and you start to visualize, or you talk about it, or you can write about it, or you have a vision board, whatever manifestation techniques that you use, these can appear in your real life. It happens in divine timing, the time it's meant to. What's beautiful is I actually experienced this week. Another time I went to go surf, and I said to myself in the morning, it was actually the day that we had the biggest surf, and I said to myself, I believe that I'm a big wave surfer. I'm a big wave surfer and I get big waves. This actually happened twice. I was very, very conscious and aware of what I was saying to myself as I was driving to go surf. I was in this joyful expectation. I was in the excited energy to go surf. And I was like, yep, I'm going to get really good waves. I'm going to get big waves. I'm a big wave surfer. I'm a good surfer. I know exactly where to sit. I'm going to get really good waves today. And then when I paddled out on that first day, one of the days when it was bigger, I got 2 waves that were bigger, and I like straight away, like my first 15 minutes I paddled out there. I was like, oh, that's interesting. There are just these signs and these shifts, things that I'm experiencing. And this you could also experience as well. I encourage you. I know that everybody's busy. I know that everybody has life happening around them. And there is life happening around us. We get to choose whether we're going to respond to all the craziness that's happening around us, or if we're going to stay truly aligned and aware of what it is that we desire in life, and to be really conscious and aware of who we are as well. So this is just something that I wanted to share with you. Because I've definitely been feeling very unsettled, not at ease within myself. I consciously decided I don't want to feel like this. I want to have more clarity and direction and focus and flow in my life. I have big, wild, crazy dreams to create. There's a lot of new things happening for me this year. My life is very different to how it was last year. I'm not going to go on about like the previous business model and everything that I was involved with. I am now moving into, again, a focus time because my health is back for creating content. Haven't spoken about it a lot, but I am building a villa right now. I'm actually having a meeting next week with my villa developer for some other future projects and ideas. There's different things happening, and I feel excited about this. If you're watching this and you also are, maybe you're sick or you're not at ease within yourself, whether that's like you have a cold or you have a sickness, or there's some contrast that you are experiencing in your life, please know that you have the power to change your life. We can decide that in an instant. We can say, I today am a woman who decided I am going to be her today who's going to change my life. I don't need to identify and relate to whoever I was in the past, because the past is gone. We can't change that. But what we can decide on is who we are being and who we are showing up as of from today, from this moment on. So again, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to get into some work flow. It's 1:11. That's very exciting. So lucky that I stopped filming before, because the family who is the landowner, the son, he and another guy actually look so much better. They cleaned my garden and cut back and did like all the garden. It was starting to look like the Ubud jungle out there. Now, just as I picked up my camera, they have stopped their grass machine, the cutting machine, but before they were cutting. So everything is in divine timing. Now they've just started. I have been very productive, done a little bit of strategy and writing down some things for my YouTube channel for content. I was in the flow for creating a strategy, and I'm just about to journal, and then I will jump on my bike and go. I think I said that before already. Good. I just finished journaling. Do you journal? That actually took me 30 minutes. I have been journaling quite a lot more. So much more that my finger, I'm developing a new kind of callous, funny structure on my finger from writing so much. I'm just going to change my outfit because it is going to be very, very hot. It is the middle of the day. Well, it's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon. However, I'm driving a bit around to do some errands, and I have a nice outfit on, but I'm going to change into something else a little bit more casual. I can also show you my garden that was just freshly cut. Change my outfit. It's like 1,000 degrees out here because it is like the middle of the day. I'm gonna go run my errands now. Okay, I just arrived here. I'm at the Bali Art Supply Store. I actually have ordered like a few things to get framed. I also like blew up a few photographs. Hi, and I'm getting them framed. So I bought like a couple of prints when I was in Hawaii, and then I've just gotten them framed. Oh, they look so good. So good. Oh, that looks so good. So good. Isn't this cute? This is a bun with the hibiscus flowers. I'm so happy. However, I'm not gonna pick them up today because I've got 2 more big photographs that I'm surfing, like 2 waves that I blew up like really big, and they're putting a white frame around that. You have a delivery that will drop it up. Yeah, so because I'm driving, I can't take it now, but so good. Because I have a meeting later tonight at 10, and I'm going to get into the work flow, get some more editing done for the channel. I'm just waiting for the car. I didn't film it, however, I actually did go to Pepitos. I did a big grocery shop there. I didn't include the content there. And I actually ordered a GoJet car to pick up my groceries because I drive a motorbike, so obviously I can't carry the groceries on my own.
The bikini.
I just sat down. I'm gonna open my coffee. I actually have let my cats out in the garden. I let them out a couple of weeks ago, and then they had weird stomachs afterwards. So I think they were like licking water somewhere or something. They only drink the Kangen water that I have inside. However, it's been quite a few weeks since they have been outside because now the grass is cut. They can't go anywhere because my garden is enclosed. But I am going to open my cappuccino and drink that and just maybe read for 15 minutes. This is my Kindle. I'm actually reading and I've got lined up in my Amazon wish list. I've actually created a book list. I'm actually reading, this is actually You Were Born Rich. It's written by Bob Proctor. I've got a book called God Works Through Faith. I've got Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Psycho-Cyber Genetics, Maxwell Maltz. You Too Can Be Prosperous, Robert A. Russell. Essentialism is another one that I would like to read by Greg McCowan. I actually got this Kindle at the beginning, actually just when I got back from Hawaii, because one of my goals last year was to read more and I didn't. So this year it is. Had a few difficulties on my Kindle. If you have an Australian Amazon account, you cannot purchase certain titles that are actually only then available in the US. I've actually now set up my Amazon account as an American account. I've actually got a different address in there so that I can actually purchase certain books and have them delivered onto my Kindle. It was a whole situation that I did fortunately figure out. Coffee. So good. Another one of my goals was, instead of scrolling on social media or on the internet before going to sleep, is reading. In the last few weeks, because I haven't been on social media, I definitely have been reading a lot more. Actually could sit on my table and chairs that I have there. As you can see, I actually just got my, that's going to be another day that I show you my Bali quiver, but I just got a surfboard rack installed inside my storeroom. I still have to put these surfboard bags there. These are the ones that I actually got from Hawaii and brought back 4 boards with me. I've read a little bit. I just realized that I have a whole bunch of things that I need to put into the fridge. I got fruit, dates. Actually, I'm very excited. I may have a girls' night and do sushi. I have bought some Japanese rice, organic Japanese rice with the rice vinegar. I also want to make chili. I love doing like this spicy chili that have really good sauce, because I found my favorite coconut yogurt. It's by a company called Milk Up. It's locally made and sugar-free, and it is the best coconut yogurt. Love putting coconut yogurt on my oats or have fruit with the snack. Got a whole bunch of garbage bags. That wasn't very exciting. Paper towel, toilet paper is here. Tissues. Oh, I got the actual sushi, what do you call these? The roasted seaweed wraps, sheets, to actually make the sushi. Got some chia seeds, cans of chickpeas. That's it. It wasn't actually that. Garbage bags. Okay, actually, this is going to be really interesting where I'm going to fit everything, because as you know, I filled up my fridge this morning. Ah, cats are hungry, huh? Are you hungry, Wax? Here? Here? Well, I have the fruit drawer here. Okay, it's gonna fit, hopefully. I've been doing this for years, actually. I squeeze fresh lemons into water every morning. It's very good for your digestion. Keeps that inner glow. Keeps you alkalized, which is very good. Okay, probably the worst lighting here. I am sweating after that coffee. I'm super hot. I just put away all the groceries. Just going to take a quick shower. I've ordered my food on Gojek. Going to eat and then get into some workflow. It's been actually a very productive day. Very, very happy. I feel like I have ticked off a whole bunch of to-do things. No comment about the plant in the background. That will be another story for another day. Okay, something really funny happened. I actually just had the Gojek deliver my food. I have 2 pieces of gluten-free bread and a salad for dinner. And the Gojek driver came and I said, "Berapa?" which is like how much in Bahasa. And then he was like, blah, 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 blah in Bahasa. And I was like, oh, how much? And I had to look at his phone. I actually downloaded this app, Babbel, because I desire to learn to speak Bahasa, which is the Indonesian. Actually, there are many different dialects. I thought that because I have plans and the desire to build and develop villas, and because I have one already being developed currently, I thought that it would be really good to learn finally the language. I have been living here for 3 years. When I say sometimes like one word, because of the way that I look, the Indonesians think instantly that I am Indonesian. The locals think that I'm local. And then they just like speak to me. And even if I don't say anything, Indonesians always speak to me anyway. So it's time anyway. We have Wax here. Mr. Wax, he's my boy. He is so big. Okay, I have here a very delicious salad from Salad Lab. It is my Wax. Get your head out of there. It's been my go-to place to eat recently because I have been very mindful of what I am eating. Because of my injury and because of my health, I've been eating very, very clean, and I love Salad Lab. They actually have really good vegan desserts, cookies, they have vegan ice cream there. They make really good food, and I actually often eat there, either there or I get it delivered. Let's try this. Oh, smells so good. So there's baby romaine. Bikini! There, she's about to she's probably hungry. She's about to knock the lens cap off the counter. So I've got baby romaine, quinoa, red cabbage, roasted chickpeas, avocado, falafel, cucumber, olive oil and lime is the dressing. Oh, boiled potato. So good. So good, I'm so hungry. Bread. Okay, I am going to cat mom duties. I was messaging a pet store for different colored kitty litter boxes. Mega interesting. I'm moving into a workflow now and I'm going to end the vlog here. I thank you so much for plugging in if you got to the end of this video. I would love it if you leave me a comment about any content that you would like me to create. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate the support. Hit a thumbs up if you feel like it, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.